We're good. We ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Cue the music. Greetings, fellow gamers. I'm Limey Geek.
I'm Insomniac Matt.
And we are here for episode 2 of the Silent Majority Gamers video podcast. Yes, we made it to the second episode. It has been 2 weeks since the first episode. We gave a break there in the middle. I was actually away on a family camping trip.
No.
So yeah, not really my thing, to be perfectly honest. There's plenty of other things I'd rather be doing. However, I will say that the new Xbox One S with the internal power supply and the smaller package is a very convenient size for traveling. And you can set it up and play it in a tent quite happily.
We're glamping, weren't you?
Glamping?
Glamping. Glamour camping.
Oh, no, there wasn't much...
No glamour?
No, there wasn't much glamour about it. But I did get the Xbox set up. I took a monitor with me. I was able to play some stuff. It rained one of the days. I mean, there wasn't a whole bunch to do. Camping's not really my thing anyway. So, yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, that's my excuse for not doing a video last week. Although that's not our only excuse.
Yeah. So we were supposed to do one on the weekend as well, and my little one, she's 5, decided to do a double gainer, double backflip with a half twist in the end off the monkey bars. It would have almost been worth it, but the Russian judge gave her 6 on the landing. So we kind of missed the weekend as well, but we're here now.
We're here now. So there's 2 weeks worth of stuff to catch up on, although we're only going to go through a couple of things here. We don't want to drone on too long. But let's start with what we're playing, or what we've been playing for the last couple of weeks. Do you have something?
So I mean, still playing Marvel Heroes.
Marvel Heroes Omega.
Dead. Awesome. Still plugging through that. Unlocked Scarlet Witch, and she has these, kill everybody buttons. You just hit a button and everyone dies. So I mean, it's probably a little bit more complicated than that, but I'm having a lot of fun with that.
But you're playing Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
I've been playing Iceman, and they're considered 2 of the more powerful, even overpowered characters in the game. So we're calling ourselves the OP squad, and we're just rolling through the game,
and we're killing him.
And it's still fun. It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
No, totally agreed. And I mentioned before, I have a ridiculous backlog of games. And to add to that, I grabbed Trials. Trials 2, I think it is. On the Games with Gold.
Trials Fusion.
There we go. That's
the one. It was the free game with gold.
Add that one to the backlog. I am finishing Shadows of Mordor to get ready for the new one.
Okay. Yep.
And
finishing it the first time or finishing it again?
Finishing it for the third time.
Yes.
Awesome game.
It's one of the few games I've played through multiple times.
I love the personalities of the orcs. They slay me. So funny. And then in queue is to finish Hitman. And my 1.5 year long quest to finish Bloodborne on the PS4. We won't get into that. That's a whole nother story. That game's hard.
That's not that long for that game. 1.5 years. From what I hear, it's not too bad at all.
Standard fare. 9,000 hours later.
Yeah.
So really, it's just been Marvel Heroes Omega again, Xbox One, and that's pretty much it. Although I did check on my PC, on my Steam. I checked the other day because a friend of mine was going through Steam Games, wanted some suggestions, and he's a guitarist as well. So I suggested Rocksmith, and I have 734 hours on Rocksmith 2014.
Wow.
So I noticed that, that's still growing. So any guitarists out there, Rocksmith 2014, amazing game. You must get it.
Yeah. Well, it's more than a game, right?
Well, it's like a trainer.
You're learning how to play.
Yeah,
so
I hate it when people say it's Guitar Hero for real guitarists, but I mean that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Cool. You keep smacking your hands on your knees there, and I'm not sure how that's coming across on the...
I'm slap happy.
Let's
like
do that.
Grandpa.
I'm watching the audio file, the audio wave there. Look at that smack. Yeah. Not to correct you on live camera or anything, but anyway. Yeah, I've been playing Marvel with you, and also it's a couple of weeks old now, but gave a try to the NBA Live 18 demo, which just came out. I got 98 written down here.
NBA Live 98.
Yeah,
Let's go
that was
back
a while.
in time.
That's a while ago.
Did they even do a demo for that one?
I don't think so. NBA Live 18. They just released a demo. For me, the return of NBA Live was kind of a surprise at E3 when EA announced it was coming back. It was an annual franchise for a while. Ran into some trouble. They canceled one version a number of years ago, like weeks before it was due to come out, because they just... I mean, to EA's credit, they canceled it because it just wasn't very good, and the early mock reviews obviously showed that, and they were like, yeah, we won't release this. So it took a hiatus. Did come back. The last one was NBA Live 16, so they didn't produce one last year, and it's coming back again this year. I think it's pretty brave of EA. The other basketball game on the market is the 2K series, NBA 2K.
Such a good series,
and it's incredible. And give 2K credit, even without really any competition, they continue to make that game better every year, to continue to improve it. It's by far the best basketball game out there. Many regard it as the best sports simulation game available anywhere. So, NBA's got a lot to prove. The live series going up against 2K. So I tried the demo, and they're trying to do a few things specifically, doing them differently than 2K in order to differentiate themselves, which I think is a good tack to take, because they're not going to beat 2K at their own game. The 2K series is too refined, right? At this point, year over year, they're not really innovating. They're tweaking and refining and just making it even deeper and even better every year.
Well, they've got several years ahead on EA,
right?
When it comes to this,
and but with Live, there's a few things that they're doing that I really do enjoy. The progression system is sort of much more RPG like, the way that you assign. You rank up and you get points and you assign them to your abilities, but there's only certain abilities or certain attributes you can upgrade. And then you can also unlock abilities of different types. So, and I kind of like the way that those worked. There was one that I unlocked that I think was when you scored inside, like in the paint, that would give you a bonus chance on 3-point shots.
Okay.
For a period after, and it would stack up to 3 times. So if you scored 3 inside baskets, you had 3 stacks of bonuses to hit a 3-point. So the idea being you mix up your game, you score inside, and then you hit a 3-point shot. And what I really liked is on the screen, it actually would show you an icon that shows you your stacks as you're getting them, so you can see what you're doing and that ability is being triggered.
It's almost like RPG talents.
Yeah,
skills.
very much so. Yeah. So I kind of really liked the way they're doing that. The other thing they're trying to do differently is on defense. They made a big thing about the way that their defense works, and they're trying to make defense more fun, because traditionally in basketball games, defense is kind of a pain. It's a bit boring. You're just kind of just moving your stick. So there's almost like a mini game involved where it will show you an indicator where the attacking player is moving, which direction, and you basically, you have to match that direction with your thumbstick. So it's a bit of a timing and matching their movements to stay in front and defend against them. So it was kind of an interesting way to do things, and that was pretty decent. So I like what they're trying to do in a couple of areas where they're trying to differentiate themselves from 2K. That's the positive. To be honest, though, we try and keep things positive here. But if I'm trying to give an honest opinion of the game, they've got their work cut out for them. I really felt the responsiveness just wasn't up to the level of the 2K series. I mean, you're going to compare it to the 2K series. That's naturally what's going to happen. The responsiveness isn't there. The animations aren't as smooth. They're a little more janky. And the other thing, which may have just been a limitation in the demo, but the whole atmosphere of the game. 2K does a really good job of the arena sounds, the atmosphere, and the announcer and the commentary. Like, it's a really good, solid presentation package. And live, I didn't feel as good. They did have a very interesting live video, like the pregame.
Yeah,
stuff
I saw
that they
that.
had.
Yeah, with Stephen A. Smith and
from ESPN.
Yeah,
right. Who I'm not familiar with at all because I haven't don't get ESPN. Haven't watched them. Totally not my cup of tea. At first, they kind of grew on me a little bit when I realized what the shtick was. But the problem was I found those cutscenes were long and you couldn't skip them.
Yeah.
Unless you could skip them on subsequent playthroughs, I'm not sure. But at least initially, you couldn't skip them and they were fairly long. And I was like, I did like the live video part of it. But
plus, in the full game,
they do. That's a good point. That's one thing they have on top.
You know what I think they should do? They should go one step further with the RPG mechanics, and have a like a mana bar as well, right? So if you're getting guarded too much, fireball.
That would be NBA Jam then.
All right, you got me.
So, funnily enough, after playing the NBA Live demo, I wanted to compare it to 2K, so I went back and played the most recent NBA 2K game I have, which is 2K16.
Okay.
Which is a couple of years old. And unfortunately, that didn't work out so well for live, because even comparing it to 2K's game from 2 years ago, 2K was more responsive,
still holds
better
up.
Animations, still holds up better. And I've actually been playing NBA 2K ever since because it scratched that itch, and I realized how much I miss playing a decent basketball game. And so now I'm looking forward to the 2K18 demo from 2K that's due out on September 18th.
Okay. Yeah, I'll grab that. I need a new
8th.
The 8th?
8th.
I need a new sports game.
I got 18th written down here. I'm sure it's the 8th.
Fix it in post.
Fix it in post. Yeah. September. we'll just dub over that later.
Perfect.
Okay. So NBA, playing a bunch of NBA, which also, and incidentally, is a good offline game to play if you're, say, maybe camping and don't have good internet. Just as an aside. I mentioned before, Oxygen Not Included, that I've been playing, really enjoying that game. They released another update. The game's still in early access, but they've released a major update, the Outbreak update, which adds germs.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, germs. So now your wonderful colony can get infected with germs. You have to make sure that your duplicants are washing their hands, and it's just one more system within the game that you have to worry about now, because germs will spread and then they'll get diseased, and there's a bunch of other fixes and other stuff they've added with that too. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to play it as much as I wanted, so I can't really report too much on those additions because I haven't played it that much.
Did you bring your desktop camping as well? That wasn't
my laptop. I actually did. I was fully intending to play Oxygen Not Included, but I got sidetracked with NBA.
I could just see you in the tent with like 9 screens around you. Dad, come play now. Hang on 1 second. Yeah. This is camping, damn it.
And then one other thing I've been playing is I played a few rounds of Call of Duty. So Call of Duty 4 Remaster.
Yes.
Fantastic game, and we can get into the Call of Duty story, which we'll probably do next episode.
Okay.
Because this past weekend, the Call of Duty World War II demo, or beta, beta, demo, was released. Unfortunately, I don't have a PlayStation. I've pre-ordered it on Xbox, which is this coming weekend. Yeah. So I plan that in our next episode, we'll talk about Call of Duty and the new one, and report on that. But I went back and played a few warm-up rounds of the remaster in preparation and anticipation for the beta this weekend, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm, a long-time Call of Duty player. I've much more enjoyed the older Call of Duties than some of the newer ones, and World War II is a bit more of a throwback to that. Their whole boots on the ground thing and what have you. So, looking forward to the beta on the weekend.
That remaster was beautiful.
Well, the remaster was
awesome.
Was great.
So good.
That
was the game that hooked you, right?
Yes, Call of Duty 4 was the game that got me into Call of Duty. Is the game that got me into online multiplayer.
Yes.
I was mostly a single player gamer before that. I didn't play much in the way of online multiplayer. It never really interested me that much. But when Call of Duty 4 came out, they had a beta for that.
Yeah.
And you got into the beta.
I got into the beta, and I forced you to play it.
Yes.
I forced you to play
it.
Actually,
I came over to your place and played it. And I was just blown away by the graphics, by the gameplay, the feel. I just fell in love with it immediately. And despite it being online multiplayer, I was like, I have to play this game.
Which bugged the hell out of me, because it took me so long to get it, and your first game you're getting 7 kill streaks.
I don't saying I was that good. I just really enjoyed it. I just put a lot of time into it. I mean, that game hooked me. I played that game for almost an entire year.
He will prestige 3 times before I get it once. Just don't let him. Humble.
I put in a lot of time.
Kills at the game.
Okay, no. I'm above average. I just put in a lot of. It's one of those games where you put enough time, you're going to rank up naturally. I will say in the remaster, currently I did check. I must admit, on the Lifetime Team Deathmatch leaderboards, I am in the top 1% in the world. I'm like around number 4,200 in the world in that. So I guess sick. That's just from playing it so stinking much though. But great game. I was hooked on Call of Duty from that moment on. Yeah. Unfortunately, kind of not totally downhill from there, but they're a little bit.
Well, let's be honest.
There was never one. World at War was really good too. I
love that.
I don't think that one gets enough credit from Treyarch, because everybody talks about Modern Warfare and then Modern Warfare 2 and 3. But I actually preferred World at War to the follow-up.
It had Kiefer Sutherland. How could you be mad at that game? And tanks. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great.
I did too. And
my two favorite ones was the first one and World at War.
Yeah. And the new one, World War II, it's sort of a throwback to World at War. It looks like it has a very similar feel to it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
that'll be good. But we're not going to talk about Call of Duty this week.
No, not at all. Not even a little.
We'll talk about that next week. Okay. Anything else you've been playing? Other than the parenting game.
Yeah, I was gonna. Took the words right out of my mouth. No. Other than wrap the kid in bubble wrap game. Other than that, we're good.
Oh, okay. So let's move on to gaming news from the last couple of weeks, which I only have really one main thing to talk about. There was Gamescom.
Yep.
This last week. There's often a bunch of announcements and stuff at Gamescom. Didn't seem like there was a huge amount of news coming out of this one this year.
A lot of previews to what's coming out, but not.
Yeah, I mean, this is the
people
time.
Already knew what's coming out.
Yeah, what you tend to see is sort of updated versions of stuff that was shown at E3.
Yeah.
Right, you get a new build of it. This is the first chance, really, for the public to play this stuff, because Gamescom is a show that's open to the public, whereas E3 is sort of partially open to the public. But so yeah, a lot of updated previews and stuff for the big releases for this fall. The biggest thing, I think, though, of course, was Microsoft held a live stream on the Sunday before Gamescom started, and this was something they really hyped this thing ahead of time. They were really drawing a lot of attention, and what they said ahead of time was, we're going to announce news on the Xbox One X pre-orders.
Yeah.
They didn't say what news, but it seemed pretty obvious to me that they were going to open pre-orders during or right after the live stream. I mean, I was sat watching the live stream with my laptop open, with the Amazon and the Best Buy pre-order pages open,
credit card,
ready,
phone, laptop,
ready to go.
Do it.
The moment they announced it, and sure enough, at the end of the stream, that's what they did. But I will fully admit to being pro Microsoft. I'm not anti anybody else. I've been a Microsoft. I've been an Xbox gamer for since the original Xbox. So I tend to be pro Microsoft.
Yeah.
That's just my natural way I am. But I gotta say, Microsoft, that stream wasn't great. I don't think. I think it was twice as long as it needed to be.
Oh, right.
They sort of stretched things out a bit. There was a lot of, I mean, again, it was updated. Mostly, it was updated previews for stuff we'd already seen. I know they were sort of promoting more their PC gaming side of things, which made sense for Gamescom. Europe and Germany in particular is a bigger PC gaming area than console gaming, so it made sense for them to sort of highlight a lot of that stuff. But I just felt it dragged on, and it went longer than it really needed to, especially when it wasn't really much new information that was there, right? Yeah. Which is kind of interesting, because I've thought the last couple of years I actually have not liked the E3 presentations as much.
Okay.
Because I have felt that it's it's just one game trailer after another. Yeah. And it's like, well, you could just release the game trailer. Like, there's no reason to do a press conference. There's no presentation here, really, other than here's a trailer, here's another trailer, like you used to get more of an on-stage demo where the dev would sit and walk you through a level and describe something, right? So I appreciated more of those types of things, because there was more information, it was more interesting, rather than just trailer. So it's kind of funny that this Gamescom stream was kind of the exact opposite, where I think they talked and dragged on far more than they needed to, but I think really it was because there wasn't a whole lot of new info there. Except for one notable exception, and that was a quick trailer that they showed for Jurassic Park Evolution.
Okay, yeah.
Which looks like it's going to be a theme park simulator in the vein of Jurassic Park. So you're
Sim Dinosaur.
Okay, sure. But it's like Roller Coaster Tycoon, only Jurassic Park. Yeah. So it looked kind of cool, and it's actually by the studio that did Roller Coaster Tycoon and Planet Coaster. Frontier is producing it.
Oh, okay.
So it should be really good based on the pedigree of the developer and what they've done in the past. So, but there was no really any more details given other than a kind of very early teaser trailer. I apologize. I don't recall if there was even a release date given. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think it's too this was because the trailer was really just a teaser. There wasn't a whole lot of detail in there.
So this was me in the first half hour of that stream. This was me at the end, the second hour.
Yeah, I sat through the whole thing waiting for the announcement. In fact, halfway through the stream, they hyped that as well. Stay tuned for our Xbox One pre-order information coming at the end of the stream, right? And it was right at the very end of the stream. And yes, then they finally did announce what we knew they were going to announce, which is, hey, pre-orders are open now. However, they did throw one extra piece of information that we weren't expecting, although some of this did leak ahead of time. There was some marketing materials or something that did leak ahead of time about the special edition console. Yeah. So what they announced is their Project Scorpio edition console, which essentially is an Xbox One S. It's got the Project Scorpio lettering on the console and on the controller. There's sort of a textured surface on the console itself, and it comes with the stand for a vertical stand, which normally you have to buy extra. So it's a special edition. They said it's a very limited quantity that's available. I kind of like them making use of the Scorpio name. A lot of people said Scorpio was a really cool project code name.
Yeah.
And let's face it, nobody likes Xbox One X. It's awkward to say.
Yeah.
Right? Scorpio is so much easier. So they announced this special edition Scorpio edition, limited supply, and then opened the pre-orders. So, and they sold out within a few days, right? So you can't pre-order the Scorpio edition anymore.
I'm kind of mad about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, because I'm gonna wait until a month after. I'm gonna wait until December to get it. I mean, it's a premium console. So it's gonna save the monies.
Yep, it's not a cheap console, especially in Canada. Here in Canada, it's it's up there. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, right. It's not a but evidently there's enough people that want a premium.
Really
console.
Want that limited edition one though. I take pride in my day one Xbox, a little day one on the controller and.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's my take on it, because I think this was all a genius marketing move on Microsoft's part. I think they would have preferred to open pre-orders when they announced the console release date and price at E3. I don't think there's any doubt that would have been their preference. Apparently, I guess the console wasn't through certification yet and approved for sale in North America, so they couldn't actually do that. And it's a missed window. I mean, you know, these pre-orders and releasing a new product, it's all about the marketing and the timing and everything. So I think they really wanted to open pre-orders at that point, and they weren't able to.
You'd think that was their best window.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's when you've got the biggest hype, you've got the most eyeballs on it.
Yeah.
You say, here's the console, here's the release date, go pre-order,
yeah.
right? And people just jump on it, right?
Yeah.
So they missed that in this case. So I think this was Microsoft's way of generating some more buzz and some more hype around the opening of the pre-orders, right? They hyped the stream. They said, we're going to give pre-order info, right? Which meant they were going to open pre-orders, right? So they're building this this hype leading up to the stream, and they're sort of making an event out of opening the pre-orders, right? Which I think was a smart marketing move. It worked, right? And I think the special edition console, I think its only purpose really was to generate more buzz, right? Because a limited edition not only is here's the console, we're finally opening pre-orders, but hey, there's a limited edition console that if you don't order it right away, you're not going to get one, right? So they increase that urgency. Because honestly, the special edition console isn't. I mean, it's
not going to perform any difference.
No, it's not. It's cool. It's nice to
Project
have.
Scorpio
It does say yes, and I got a pre-order in. Thank you, Amazon. So I will be getting one. But other than that, there wasn't a whole lot of a good reason to have that special edition. I think it was just marketing. It was just there to generate buzz and recapture some of what they lost by not opening pre-orders at E3, and it worked. It's the Xbox One X is the fastest selling pre-orders for any Xbox within the first 5 days. I think they said it has pre-sold more than any other Xbox in history.
Which makes you wonder how many units they had, because I mean that is quite. I mean, that's got to be a lot, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's not like they, here's 1,000 per region. I mean, they must have had a good chunk of boxes available, right?
I guess so. Well, and it's been a while since like the 360. But I guess even the Xbox One X would have generated a fair amount of pre-order. But there was no shortage of Xbox One X's on... the original Xbox One. There was no shortage of Xbox Ones on release day.
Right.
Right, so I don't know. I don't know what the fastest selling pre-orders actually means realistically. How.
Either way, I'm going to commission the wife to get some green paint and a little stencil. She's going to write Project Scorpio on
make your own. Make your own special edition.
Pretty sure I can get away with that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, nobody will know. Nobody will know. Well, you just take a picture of mine and stick it in front of yours. Because I'm going to have one.
Happy.
Well,
what's up next?
That's it. We're done. Actually, that is it. I mean, I don't know. Was there any other news this week we needed to talk about? I don't think so. There was something today. Actually, I was just looking at something today, and I was like, oh, I should add that to the planner. I can't remember what it was. Some
of us work today instead of staring at Call of Duty videos.
I may have been looking at some Call of Duty stuff because I've really not looked at any of the marketing or media or anything that's come out for the new Call of Duty to this point. And in preparation for the upcoming beta, I was doing some research. This is I want to provide knowledgeable information to our viewers and make sure that I'm well versed in what I'm talking about. And so I wanted to prepare so that when we talk about it next time, when I get the beta, I can, You're not buying any of this, are you? I was bored at work.
That sounded almost really good. Like you were maybe a few more times through it. And
I'll rehearse better for next time.
There you go.
Yes, I was looking at some videos on some of the stuff for the new Call of Duty, which we're not going to talk about this week.
No.
But there's some really cool stuff in there.
And speaking of not talking about Call of Duty,
yes.
I may have pre-ordered it this morning
after
sweet. Somebody sent me some videos online to watch.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, me neither.
Cool. All right, so we'll both be in the beta.
Yeah.
We'll play that and report back.
Yes.
Next episode. I'm still trying to remember what I was looking at today. Can't remember. Oh, did you see? It's a PS4 and PC only game. Released today. Melee multiplayer.
Oh, Absolver.
Absolver. Yes.
Absolver. Yeah.
It looked kind of interesting.
I'm on the fence. I wanna try it. I wonder if I'll go online see if there's a demo for either PS4 or
I'm
PC.
not sure. Yeah, and maybe we should do more research on it before we talk about it, so we don't sound like idiots. But I just wondered if you'd seen, because that was the reviews and stuff were out. People
gave it a 7.4. I did see it, but in true true fashion of me, click the link to the review. Oh, no video review. Now scroll to the bottom, read the last comments and score. But I was busy today, so.
Really? Me too. Me too. I was very busy today. What can I say? All right. I now can't remember if that was the thing I was thinking of that I wanted to talk about, or if there was something else. I'm sure there was something else. Did you see any cool Call of Duty stuff today? Just a question. Just wondered if you happened.
Only the 32 links you sent me on.
It's only 31.
I tend to exaggerate.
Maybe it was Absolver.
I don't know if there is.
Hey, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom
came out today.
Yesterday. Today. Let's say today. They don't know when we're recording. It's today.
Today.
Which looks pretty good. Got fairly good, decent reviews. It's just downloading to my wife's Switch as we speak. Which was an ordeal to get it downloaded. Do I want to go there? No, we're going to keep things positive here. I will not.
Thanks for the great menu systems, Nintendo.
I will not rant about the complexity and stupidity of Nintendo's UI and their multiple different types of accounts and linking things together and password resets and confirmation emails.
Let's not talk about that, just like we're not going to talk about Call of Duty.
Yes, I will not talk about the half hour it took me to buy a game for the Switch. Because the game itself looks pretty awesome. So,
it does.
Looking forward to watching my wife play that. She probably won't let me near it. Is there anything else?
I was going off the cuff this week.
Me too.
I deliberately didn't sit and think too much.
Well, you don't want to hurt yourself.
Well, I was going to say, I get this headache right here when I...
We would normally, of course there is no normally, this is only the second episode, we would want to respond to feedback, call it the mailbag section, but since we didn't even release the first video yet, there is no mailbag, there is no feedback, but we do want to hear from you. We do want to hear from our audience and our viewers, our loyal fans. So you can reach out to us, you can leave a comment on this video, or you can reach out to us on Twitter, at SilentMGamers, and leave your questions, leave your feedback, tell us what you'd like to see, ask us questions about anything we've talked about, or upcoming games, or whatever. We're open to field any questions or comments at this point.
Tell me how handsome I am.
I'm not even going to go there. Keep rolling. Fix it in post.
Fix it in post.
Yeah. So, yeah, if we get some of those by next episode, which we probably won't, we'll respond to them. And if we don't get any, we'll just make stuff up.
Ooh,
because they don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, somebody sent me a message. There was a question from...
Frank from Scarborough.
I think that'll do. That'll do for this episode. We're still figuring this out as we go. Really, this is us figuring this out. We will hopefully be back next episode. Join us for episode 3, where we will talk more in depth about Call of Duty.
Ooh, Call of Duty's coming out?
Yes, it is. And we will, the beta is coming. And we will dissect the beta in detail, or at least we'll give our impressions of it, if we liked it. If we didn't like it, we just kind of won't mention it at all. Oh, yeah, that thing, yeah, it was okay. We'll go from there. That will do for this episode. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.